Okay, here we are again.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Your loyal hosts.
Welcome to the Inside Pool broadcast of the Great Southern Billiard Tour. We're here at Michael's Billiards in Cincinnati. We have a mini tournament, Banks 9-ball.
Yes, sir.
Featuring David King and Charlie Guilfoyle.
Guilfoyle,
sorry.
Yeah. He schooled me on how to pronounce his name, but spelling is different.
In the booth is Alvin Nelson, and I'm J.R. Calvert from Inside Pool Magazine.
Here we are, your loyal hosts, constant streaming friends. Having ourselves a little adventure here today.
It's amazing that most players, when they break 9-ball, they take so much off of it, and you end up with a rack that looks like this more times than not. And it's actually a very good strategy, in my opinion.
Yeah. For banks or for
banks, you generally have more options to play safe, and you actually have more options to get a shot too. Well, I think Dave's got to take a look at this 6-ball right off the bat here. That's the ball on your lower portion of your screen. Yeah, he's taking a look at it now. Well, it's the top portion of your screen now.
Yeah, the top portion of your screen. Yeah, I don't know about these bank tournaments. It's an interesting game. I just don't see it too often myself.
Well, you're from the other corner of Ohio.
Right.
For the world that's watching, pretty much the bank capital of the world is somewhere located between Cincinnati and Louisville. And everybody from Cincinnati will argue it's there, and everybody from Louisville argue that it's there. So, yeah, I mean, Cincinnati has had its share of great bankers.
I see what's going on here now.
Donnie Anderson.
Yeah, because up in Akron, where I'm from, which is a big pool town, it's all 9-ball and straight pool.
Let's see how Charlie hits this one. Is he going to elect to hit it soft?
He hit it at the right speed. I think he kind of threw his cue off a little bit, and it rattled in the pocket.
Yeah. Anytime I'm trying to squeak past a ball, even if it's 2% difference, I'm going to hit that ball a little bit firmer, let it get past the 2 and shorten up on its way past the 2 instead of hitting it soft and lengthening it out.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the top of the pocket and it came down and hit the bottom and rattled. And you were talking about the shelf size on these tables.
Yeah, you can hang a ball in the side pocket on these tables, which will give you an idea of how deep that shelf really can go on these types of tables.
For sure, and I've heard a lot of the great players talk about the shelf on these tables too.
Well, I remember when diamonds first came out. I know it sounds like a war story, but Buddy Hall and Nick Varner and myself sat around for an hour trying to figure out how to shoot the correct version of how to shoot a ball that was hung in a pocket where you could only see about half the ball. And we had determined that there were only 2 options at that point. And if you were in one situation, a hanging ball, you were pretty much dead.
I'm used to the high-level play of bank pool, like at the Derby City Classic, where they're firing them. Every shot's bank, 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 bank. They're pocketing every single ball. And not much strategy as far as defensive shots and all that like I'm seeing in these games and at this place. It seems like a lot more of a thinking man's version of bank pool instead of just bank, bank, fire at balls and try to run as many banks as you can. Different style of play for sure.
Yeah. And I've watched both these players play a little bit, and I think both of these guys are going to play a fair amount of safeties. I don't see either player mastering the safety game at this point in their game.
Sure.
And I see them shooting at their hole a lot. So, you know,
could be a mixture.
It is what it is. I think we're going to see a nice shot at the one ball here, since it's almost dead. Shortened up just a hair. These rails are holding on to the spin quite a bit tonight.
This table's playing insane.
Well, it's the conditions are a little bit funny in here.
Yeah,
one person
it's hot.
says that it's chilly, another person says that it's warm.
I feel it's hot.
You know.
But it's cold outside. I think the lights are really lighting this table up and drying everything and heating everything up. There's so much light over this table. It's like heating the whole room up.
Now, this is a ball here where, you know, if the player plays this right, he plays it with no spin and just lets it shorten up into the hole like that. That was nice. Too many players will try and spin that ball in, and you can just cut across it just a hair. Cut it just a hair, and it'll straighten up, and that pocket down below will get huge. And he played it at the right pocket speed, and everything's there. He just missed.
Yeah, that's happening a lot in these games. At least the music's good here.
Yeah, it's a nice
the food's
mix.
Good. It's a cool pool room here, Michael's Billiards in Cincinnati.
Well, it has a full service bar and restaurant.
It's a clean place. It's nice.
The owner, Mike Medley, owned Michael's Billiards until about 4 or 5 years ago, and then got back into the business and has been revamping it.
Seems like he's got his game going on pretty good.
Hiatus for a couple of years. Yeah, he's got his game on. This is a nice place. Obviously, when you go into any place, you're a little bit leery of what could be awaiting you.
Sure.
We pretty much knew on our ride over because Mike's a stand-up fella, and we knew that this was going to be a good joint, and it is
for sure.
And they've rolled out the red carpet for everybody here from Inside Pool, so we're happy.
Yeah, they helped us out a lot so far. Appreciate them. And this place is pretty famous too. There's I've heard about this place over the years, for sure. Michael's Billiards. It's not the first time I've heard of the place, for sure.
Well, see, I think he has to consider a 3-rail bank on the 6 ball. He can take the cue ball all the way down to the bottom rail on the 2. He just doesn't want to sell out on the 8 because that's the only ball that's really a big sellout right now. It's a good shot.
Yeah, he played a good ball there.
Well, this is a pretty ambitious shot here.
Nice.
That was a great shot.
That one wiped its feet off at the doormat. The classic saying.
Well,
okay.
Looks like
Davy King.
Mr. Guilfoyle is running out to a commanding 1-0
okay, so that was David.
lead.
Or Charlie, excuse me.
Or Charlie, yeah.
It's fun seeing all these new people when you do these local shows. These, you know, it's not the huge A players here walking around. It's just the, you know, pretty good local talent that you never see at the big tournaments, or you don't see, or you're getting so drowned with the pros that you don't get to catch all these good players that play at Super Billiards or U.S. Open. But they're there. There's some great players.
For those listeners and viewers at home, just so you know, if you do happen to come by Michael's Billiards, Alvin has brought a limited amount of 8x10 glossies with him this time, and by all means, don't be afraid to bring your own Sharpie when you get and ask Alvin to sign his picture. So, you know, come on down. You know, supplies are limited, but we did bring them with us this time.
David just smashed the ball off the table while JR was completely making fun of me. But that's okay. He can do that. He's the older guy. Older guys are always allowed to mess with the younger guys.
I think that's the pecking order
that's
in play here.
At first, when you're young, it bothers you, and then when you get a little older, you're like, oh, okay, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Okay, I understand. Okay, but now it's my turn to take it, even though I just dished it the day before on a younger guy. Okay. Takes you about 30 to figure that out.
The mugs are limited too, folks, and by all means, the keychains, we're going to have to up the price on those to 20 because Alvin wants a bigger cut of the profits.
Oh, man. How did I get here?
Well, Charlie's on a little rampage here. He'd like nothing more than to run the next few balls here and go to a commanding 2-0 lead.
It's like I always say, with pool, you do not lose it with age. You actually get better and gain more experience with age. And as on any other sport, it declines except for pool. Pool's the only sport where you get it just deepens for you, and the whole thing just gets more. You're better, especially these chess-like games. Like
I've only got two things to say. The Alvin Nelson calendar is only $12.95 this year, and it makes the perfect Christmas gift.
I think I'm supposed to shut up or something. Well, just ask JR to sign the Inside Pool magazine for you. In the silver pen, silver ink. JR, he's the man. The inventor of Inside Pool magazine. He's made this broadcast possible, so please support Inside Pool magazine. Go to insidepoolmag.com. Check out that website. It's getting awesomer every day. More awesome, excuse me. Correct pronunciation there.
Well, we do it for the love of the game, folks.
Man.
Seriously.
Yep. See, they love you out there, JR. Lafayette says, thanks, JR. See?
I paid him to say that.
JR's the man, isn't he?
I take the profits that I get from your signature pens and, turn it into...
Hey, no problem, man. No problem.
Thanks, folks. Seriously, though.
The camera's here, you know.
Well.
JR the camera.
Well, Dave, he has a shot here to actually get a point. I mean, he can actually run this set out here, this rack out.
He's playing. He was practicing good earlier, and that was a great bank he made there.
Well, he's in trouble now because he's going to. If he shoots at this 5, the cue ball can theoretically go right off the 1 into the 9.
Sure.
Send both balls down table. Not guaranteed anything, and he's probably going to have everything banking towards the 8.
If he runs into the 1, he can actually even make a collision with the 5 on the way over. It can bounce off the 1 and actually hit the 5.
Yeah, he's going to have to draw it a little bit and hope that he doesn't get kissed into the bank itself.
See, like he did. See the collision?
Yep. Well, you get that stall, that kiss into the bank where he wanted to be gone with the high cue, but
exactly what you said too. He kicked into both balls, the 9 and the 1, and it came off, ricocheted, and hit the. But he didn't leave a really easy shot for Mr. Guilfoyle here.
Well,
that I see. What do you see? Oh, that shot, the cross bank.
He's going to look at it down in the corner with this.
Yeah, down in the corner. I mean, that's a pretty big pocket.
I like
there.
this cross side, but I think he's going for the corner.
He hit it high. That's why you didn't like it, right? It just doesn't make it.
I don't like it because of where the 1 ball was there. And what it did is it made me wonder whether I was going to be selling out. It's okay to run into balls if you have a good idea, but I don't want to go 8 feet away and run into a ball and say, oh, well, I just sold out sold the farm, 2 horses and a tractor because I wanted to pick up a coin in the side pocket on the 8 ball. But, you can get away with that stuff. It's just that, when you get to be at a certain level, you're going to not want to just take, a flyer at that shot all the time.
Definitely don't want to swing at everything.
See how much that ball shortened up? Did you see
really
how
did. They've all been doing that all night.
Yeah. I think the players that we will truly find who is the best bank pool player here tonight
are going to understand that rail a little bit more. Like the guy we watched before, the plumber guy.
Yeah.
Randy the plumber, or whatever his name was. He was hitting them just perfect. Nice and soft and nice medium speed. Letting the bank develop.
Well, that's that crossover thing that I don't like, is when you start crossing over and letting things go. He's going to pay the price by giving David a confidence booster and a point probably to boot.
Sure is.
I mean, and the worst part about that is you get to play position. I mean, holy cow, you do that to a Truman Hogue or, or John Rumbank. It's like, hey, thanks for the gumball, Mickey.
Right, man. For sure. Yeah, they start playing position on the banks and firing everything in. Efren Reyes, guys like that.
Well, this is a tester, because if he can cross over, make this 2 ball in a long rail, cross over it, right, he can get the 8 ball. And the problem that he's going to have to do is he's going to have to leave it like this, where it's not a hanger. I think he'll thread this needle.
It's 3-2 David. I believe that's what he just signaled me. Yeah. David's playing good. He wants to win, He's a good guy. I like David. I see what he was doing there. It's a good shot. Nice. It's really there's the 4 ball. It's a really long, like 17 feet of space there. He's got to hit 18 feet. Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, you got to really be rock solid down on the ball, go through that super real nice at a perfect speed. He just jumped up and threw his cue off, and I think he kind of half-heartedly swung at that ball.
Well, he has 2 shots here that I like, and he's
around
looking at the one right here.
Yeah, I like that.
2 out of the corner because he's close, and he can just leave the cue in the corner.
Right.
Which that was a smart shot. Only problem is he did leave a 4 ball. The way this table's shortening up.
Yeah, you might as well start hitting the short banks, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
play him to go short.
He's really tuning in on this ball.
PA.
Cleveland. All right, let's get through this.
All right, we're back.
So Dave's going to pocket down this 6 ball. Hit that nice. He stayed down real nice. Let's see if he's rewarded with his
great shot.
with his fundamentals.
Good speed control. He should have an easy shot on the 1 ball now. And if he can play position right, I think he's going to come down and pluck the 8 after this.
Fundamentals are everything. It's half the battle, man. The stance, all that.
Well,
The Justin Bieber concert. Double kiss there. I made the mistake of mentioning that.
Well, I think this is the beginning of the end for a long game. Both players at this point here are going to start playing tight to the vest. They've been somewhat loosey-goosey up until now, but I just get this feeling like unless somebody gets really eager, anxious, I think that what we're going to see is everybody's going to be playing real tight.
Yeah, they have to, man.
I think this is a no-brainer shot for David. I think he's supposed to cross over and make the 1, just take the cue ball back down in the lower right-hand corner here.
It's a big pocket. He just hit it, unfortunately.
Didn't agree with this here. Now he's left banks.
He hit it a little too thick is what happened.
This isn't as, again, I think that Charlie's going to have to concentrate on where he's leaving his cue ball. Oh. You know, I heard that that's the hardest shot on the table. Make a ball without hitting it.
People are having too much fun in this chat room. I think they're enjoying this stream too much. If that's possible.
Well, farm for sale, 2 horses and a tractor.
Couple chickens. And the wife.
There's probably a goat in there. You got to have a goat.
For sure. How are you going to make goat cheese if you don't have a goat? And what would life be like without goat cheese? Oh, rattle away.
Both of them giving them, you know, the viewers at home, their own rendition of I Hate Money shot. Well, it's only 2:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
J.R. Calvert, the comedian. The comedian. I love it.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Nice shot.
Wake up.
Well, for those of you that are interested, the bobblehead Alvin Nelson doll will be for sale on December 1st on our site.
He keeps going back to this. I wish Truman was here to do commentary. He's way better than me. I'm just trying to do... It's the older guys are better, man. Older guys are always better. You know, the younger we are, the more we got to fight to keep up with the old guys. You know, they get the women, they got the money, they got all the cars and dough.
I'm sorry, were you saying something? Well, Charlie does not have a good shot here. There's a shot or two here on some 4-railers and 2-railers and all those exotic things that you'd like.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you're down to the end game, you want to keep it simple, and that's what he's going to try. He's going to try and keep it onto a 1-railer.
Right angle.
See if he can cross this over. Yeah, he tried to spin it. I'm a firm believer that on that shot you got to hit a little bit softer.
So if he makes this here, is it good? If he slops it in?
Nope.
No, he's got to call it and make it, huh?
He's got to call it.
No slop.
David's going to show that he can just get up and whack at the hole.
Nice. It developed. No, he didn't get rewarded. It got a little short.
You left a pretty darn good 2-railer and a crossover 1-railer. I think he's going to elect to go for the 1-railer. I don't like the 2-railer as much, even though he can leave the cue on the rail. The only thing, he's going to have to leave this 1 near the hole to block that 7. Look at this. I think he buried this one.
Nice. Sure did. Tuned in, zoned in, and did it. This guy
Banking's
plays
easy, man. Anybody can do it.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. The table's playing so short. Why don't they just aim long? Why, you know, are they going to figure it out or what? This guy obviously has been making some good shots. Charlie Guilfoyle, you can tell he plays his share of bank pool.
I don't wish this out for anybody.
Yeah. I'd click off the 7, go to the rail. Just try to leave it right where it's at.
I actually would consider making the 7.
Making the 7 and putting it in the center, rolling it up into the... Yeah, that's the shot.
I think what a good bank pool player does here
you would know
is he makes sure that the only banks he can leave are towards the 9-ball.
Huh. What do you think about these old diamond tables?
Real solid table. This is the tables that these are the styles of tables that Diamond built their name on.
Right.
And he did elect just to pocket the ball.
I like the way the rails feel, that wood, the grain and everything. I just like, and the radius of them, they're nice for the shots. Just the way the table plays and feels, I like it. The newer diamonds are a little bit different. More of a flat kind of a rail. These rails have a radius.
I think he's electing to tie up 2 balls on the rail, and he'll probably just try and leave the cue ball right on the 2nd diamond. Wow. He got really crazy there. He hits that 8 ball on the way past, and that's all she wrote.
Right.
Well, let's see what Dave knows. That's an interesting shot. I'd like to see him even do that again.
Yeah, that was cool.
I actually hit both those balls from that angle. Was pretty tough.
And he left like basically very little shot because of the different. Both are acting as a blocker for the ball.
I'll tell you, there's a 3-rail bank here that I don't particularly like as much. Certainly don't know whether I would have shot at that ball.
I didn't like the angle. I mean, you know, technically we're not seeing right on the table.
Well, let's just say he nicks the 9 on the way by, he's pretty much setting up 2 bank shots to choose from at that point.
He was trying to will it in there, but it wasn't happening for him.
Well, Dave's playing that rollover that comes off of those slow banks that lets it walk into the hole.
Right, that's what's going on. That's what's going on with the balls that make it. There he goes. No. Brunswick seemed like their shelf isn't as deep as this table.
No, they're not. Brunswick tables are great home market tables.
Right.
They're great pool room tables.
Right.
You know, obvious reasons. But these tables are not meant for, you know,
amateurs.
Somebody's first game of pool. Trust me.
Right.
You know, I think if I'd have played my first game of pool on a table like this,
yeah, you'd stop playing, huh?
I would have immediately taken up bowling.
I heard you're a pretty handy dart player too.
No, not really.
No, you can't. You don't know how to play darts.
I know how to play a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not good.
Oh, you're not good. Okay.
There are dart players.
Darts is awesome, man.
That you know, the dart shooters.
Oh yeah.
You can watch them throw triple 20s.
Oh, they're incredible.
And they're just insane. Triple 20, triple 20, triple 20, bullseye, whatever they want.
They do that show Darts on Versus. I think Matchroom Sport. Our good friend Luke Riches produces that. Has something to do with that. Matchroom Sport.
Well, Barry Hearn and Matchroom Sport are heavily involved in darts. They do.
Yeah. And they also, of course, do the Moscone Cup and really help pool more than almost anything besides inside pool, in my opinion.
Well, who do you think's going to get impatient first?
The young guy.
Just going to go out on a limb there, huh?
Mm-hmm. The old guy's not going to...
That's why I like doing commentary with you, Alvin. You never know what you're going to say. Always the first one to go out on a limb and take a chance. Roll the dice.
I just kind of sense things, you know. Somebody's got to do it. It might as well be me. I haven't even said anything about the songs, like involving with the people and the players. Like Dave, he must want to bang his head after that shot. Okay, there I did my first one for this tournament.
All right.
Hopefully my last.
Well, only 6 more rounds, folks. At this rate, we'll be done around Sunday, 3 a.m. And the mini tournament will be over.
Yeah, I think we're going to probably run out of things to talk about, JR.
I think we call it 3 ball banks, race to 1. We'll just suggest a new game.
Right.
That was a great shot.
Awesome
great shot,
Dave. Did he take the first track? I think he did. Yay. Thank you, David. That was awesome.
Well, once again, Alvin proving that his infinite wisdom rules.
Yeah, whatever, man.
What do you think is going to be the high run this game? I think 2.
2. I don't think these guys can run more than 2 right now. It's so late. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Table's hot. Dave's got a long sleeve shirt on, sunglasses.
Only 17 more matches, folks. And
Yep.
each one better than the next.
That was pretty cool. Break there. Really didn't leave much of bank. I mean,
For those of you in earshot or driving distance of Michael's Billiards, just wanted to bring up that Alvin will be doing his autobiography signing tomorrow at 3 p.m. There are a limited amount of the 8x10 glossies, and the first 100 people get a bobblehead doll and mug. Optional keychain.
imagine you're Earl Strickland. That's the name of my book.
Okay, he's off to half of the high run that I have predicted for the game.
All right, he's got one.
Dave's
on,
got
baby.
one.
I'm hoping his mom and girlfriend are watching, that he likes to say every time he's on the. See if he can do the cross corner bank here. Cross. Nope, not going to happen, Dave. At least he didn't give up a ball.
Well,
Yeah.
I predict that Charlie is going to start with that 9 ball, and I think he's got his eyes on that 2 ball. But now what a lot of players will do is they'll stay down table for that 2 ball so that they can cross over it, shoot it straight into the rail, and the fact that the cue ball goes across the 2 ball from the side that it's already on, it creates a
Right.
spin that pulls it up into the pocket.
Huh.
Pretty much about a half a diamond when you shoot across that way. So he can make this simple stop shot on this 9 ball for the bank, which it'll cut it a little bit, don't get me wrong.
And
Hit it
on the-
real soft, right? Well, now let's see if he doesn't key right in
Right,
on this
right.
deuce.
Right.
He's going to come over there and look at that.
Man.
And if he played it with just a little bit more angle, he could have made the 2 and actually had position for the 1 too. But now he's looking at the 6 ball.
Huh.
He's going to make a liar out of me.
No, this is the Ask JR show, starring JR. So let's ask JR. Nice.
Yes,
I saw that one coming.
that was awesome.
Man, that was good. See, he's seeing how you got these balls got to roll out into the pocket, like you're saying. Well, if you hit them as too much speed, they go short, and if you just hit them at the right speed and let them roll out.
Well, I honestly would be looking at the 7 ball. I mean, the 4 ball can be banked by the 2 ball, but that was your problem, is that there was about 3/4 of a pocket there.
Charlie Guilfoyle versus David King.
I think he's going to cross over at 2 now. Notice the cue ball is almost in the exact same position as it was before.
For sure.
And I think, I think he'll make this. I think this is a pretty simple shot. Wow, it just pulled too much.
That's kind of strange how that happens, though. I see that sometimes in games where the cue ball will just go ahead and end up back where it was, exactly in the same spot. Something about the mind playing into the game, I really think.
Usually it's Efren playing safe 5 times in a row when you watch the cue ball go back to the same place. For sure.
There's a lot more going on in this game than just the balls and the table and the sticks, man. There's a whole nother level. I'll write about it in my next book. Imagine Your Earl, Part 2. Now that would have been a good shot if we were playing 9-ball, but no. Not 9-ball banks. 9-ball banks, this is no ball in hand.
Folks, just to kind of give you guys a rundown of what's going on, it is roughly about 3 a.m. Both these players are a little tired. The equipment is testing their ability and their patience right now. So, this isn't going to be a match that they're both going to look back on and go, yeah.
Hey, watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So,
hey, Ma, watch.
But it doesn't mean that these guys can't get up and run out.
David's just looking at me saying, this sucks, basically. They're mad at this table, man. This thing is tight. I played on it a little bit, too. Man, David plays way better than me, but I could barely make a ball on this table.
I think I know why the Shannon and John didn't want to play on this table.
Why didn't they want to play on the table? Because it's playing like this?
Might be playing funny right now, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, Dave's going to stand in the place where he's at while Charlie here goes ahead and runs a couple more balls. Oh, God, that was terrible.
What's the worst thing that could possibly happen right now? Your opponent breaks into song and dance.
If he did the cricket or the what's the dance? The river dance.
He could do the time warp, which would probably be just as bad. Well, Charlie, I think he's on fire. He's ran 2.
Oh, my gosh. Is this Derby City? Oh, where are we? Oh, we're in Cincinnati. That's right.
Cincinnati.
I thought I was at the Horseshoe.
Bank capital of the world. Just don't ask everybody from Louisville.
Wow, and, you were wrong.
The high run is 3, and the match is over. And that's it, folks.
Hey,
one lost side only goes to 2.
Thank God.
As much fun as I made of you, Elvin, thank you.
Hey, thank you, JR. It was tons of fun, and I'm glad to be here with Inside Pool.
Excellent, excellent. Folks, stay tuned. We've got another match coming back at you. We're here live at Michael's Billiards in Cincinnati, Ohio. And you just watched David King. He was defeated by Charlie Guilfoyle, and the score was 2-1. You can see these matches on Inside Pool Mag or on our YouTube channel at YouTube/Inside Pool Mag.
Be there.
Stay tuned, folks.